Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa channel, where I read you those cryptocurrency news articles so you don't have to, but also so you can stay up to date and informed on what's going on in the blockchain space and what's happening. And as the title says, what's going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin's dipping again. Oh no. We are at 83,000. Oh no, it's the end of Bitcoin. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nah, this just happens. Like we're at 83,000. I think I said yesterday. It's like if we were in it a year and a half ago when Bitcoin was at 16 and that's when we bought it, nothing to worry about. This is just a little micro dip. Like Bitcoin is still gonna keep progressing forward right now, just with everything going on, rules, regulations, adoption. Like now we have 3 MicroStrategy companies out there, right? Like MetaPlanet was one of them, was kind of the second one to copy strategy, and now like GameStop's officially now buying like $17 million worth of Bitcoin, or 17 billion. I forgot how much I'm putting in, but it's official. They are putting it on their Trezor. I covered the article saying they were talking about it, but now they officially are doing it. But no, let's go through the news, see what's happening with Bitcoin. Do we have good news? We got bad news. Why is the price like this? So here we go. So the first article we have is kind of good news because Pakistan plans to legalize Bitcoin and crypto. So Pakistan unveils plans to legalize Bitcoin and crypto and implement a regulatory framework to attract foreign investment and boost adoption. That kind of sounds like El Salvador, right? Where they adopted Bitcoin, they made it legalized tender. They had all their businesses start accepting it, and it brought so like from what else, as far as I know, like the majority of like just like profits and revenues coming through was from tourism and like just people curious about Bitcoin. Like they love it. So they went down to El Salvador to use it. Oh, there's a crypto friendly country. Like let's go down there. So this, if Pakistan does do this, they could do pretty well. So let's learn a little bit more. Pakistan unveils plans to legalize Bitcoin and crypto and implement a regulatory framework to attract foreign investment and boost adoption. Now, Bilal bin Saqib, CEO of Pakistan Crypto Council, told Bloomberg on Thursday that Pakistan has unveiled plans to legalize Bitcoin and crypto and also implement a regulatory framework to attract foreign investments and boost adoption. Now, here is that tweet from Bitcoin Magazine saying, just in, Bitcoin is looking to legalize Bitcoin and crypto. So, woo, so that's always great. But the government aims to devise clear regulations and align with the international best practices. Pakistan Finance Minister formed the PCC last week to steer the country's crypto strategy. Pakistan is done sitting on the sidelines regarding Bitcoin and crypto, Saqib told Bloomberg. We want to attract international investment because Pakistan is a low-cost, high-growth market with 60% of the population under 30. Now we have a tweet from Bilal bin Saqib saying, spoke to Bloomberg this morning. Our message is clear. Pakistan is done sitting on the sidelines. We want Pakistan as a leader in blockchain-powered finance. Pakistan is a low-cost, high-growth market with 60% of its population under 30. So we have Web3 native workforce ready to go. And here is that little little clip that they had on Insight. No, it's 7 minutes long, so we will not play it. But let's see. So yeah, here is Saqib talking about it to Insight. But yeah, so that's 7 minutes. You want to take a look at that. But Trump is making a crypto a national priority right now, and every country, including Pakistan, will have to follow suit. Yeah, just because again, America is jumping in like head first right now. They're diving in, and like every other country's got to follow, otherwise they will be left behind. So that's why we keep saying buy Bitcoin now, because it's going to be so hard to get it eventually. Because again, you're going to having countries, governments, institutions, businesses all on getting onboarded right now. So eventually, who knows where that one Satoshi is going to be in the future. Just get it now before you do not have any. But this move right now comes amid a global shift in attitude towards Bitcoin and crypto after the United States pushed for greater mainstream acceptance. The new stance is a stark change for Pakistan, which had previously banned crypto by embracing Bitcoin and crypto earlier. Now, Pakistan is looking to position itself as a regional leader and attract investors. Pakistan's central bank had expressed concern earlier. However, the government now seeks to mitigate risk through prudent legislation, clear rules, and this could boost innovation and prevent potential abuse of decentralized networks out there. So yeah, so let's see if this happens. Let's see if Pakistan does actually legalize it, because again, there was some articles in the past saying they had a ban on it, they banned on mining and whatnot. But now, like again, tides are shifting. Like the narrative around the world is like, I got to get it because America's doing it, so we can't get left behind. So we're going to probably see now like this on fast forward mode of other countries and their plans to legalize Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies out there. But that was our first article. It was like, it's good news for Bitcoin. So why is price going down? Well, we do got some other articles out there for what's happening in the space. So our next one is going to go over how there's been $200,000 in crypto that's been confiscated by the FBI. So again, America's filling their bags. That was a part of the reserve and the plan to acquire. It's like, we're not selling any more of the Bitcoin we acquire. And looks like this is another about 3 or 4 Bitcoin getting added to that balance sheet. So here we go. So 200,000 in crypto has been confiscated as FBI targets Hamas financing. So the U.S. Department of Justice has announced the seizure of over $200,000 worth of cryptocurrencies linked to militant group Hamas. The funds were traced to wallets allegedly used for crypto fundraising and money laundering operations by organization, which is designed as a terrorist entity by both the U.S. and the European Union. Now, crypto fundraising under scrutiny right now. So according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Hamas supporters worldwide contributed more than 1.5 million in cryptocurrency since October 2024. These funds were funneled through multiple exchange accounts and wallets promoted in online group chats, claiming affiliation with Hamas, and authorities believe that these donations were subsequently laundered through a series of transactions. U.S. Attorney Edward Martin Jr. of the District of Columbia said that these seizures show that this office will search high and low for every cent of money going to fund Hamas. Wherever it is found and in whatever form of currency, Hamas is responsible for the death of many U.S. and Israel nations, and we will stop at nothing to stop their campaign of terror and murder. Now, seized assets and identified accounts. The confiscated funds included approximately $90,000 held in various wallets and another $112,000 in 3 exchange accounts, according to the FBI. Now, these exchange accounts were registered to Palestinian individuals based in Turkey and other locations. Authorities did not disclose the names of individuals or the platforms used to process the transactions. Now, past legal challenges and regulatory concerns, like what's been going on, Hamas use of cryptocurrency for fundraising has been under investigation for years. In January 2024, a lawsuit was filed against Binance and its former CEO, Changpeng Zhao, alleging that the exchange facilitated Hamas crypto fundraising efforts, and the case brought by families of victims of Hamas attacks in Israel accused Binance of failing to implement adequate anti-money laundering measures. Now, while Binance has denied any direct involvement with Hamas, the company has faced multiple legal battles over compliance issues in November 2023, and the exchange reached a $4.3 billion settlement with the DOJ over alleged violations of the anti-money laundering regulations. Now, there still is growing concerns over crypto and terror and financing. In December 2024, a report by the Congressional Research Service indicated that Hamas has been soliciting cryptocurrency donations since at least 2019. However, the effectiveness and scale of these efforts remain uncertain. U.S. officials have increasingly voiced concerns about terrorist organizations leveraging digital assets, with some calling for stricter oversight and regulation of the crypto industry to curb illicit financial activities. Now, despite these concerns, research from blockchain analytics firm Chainalysis suggests that cryptocurrencies-based terrorism financing constitutes a minimal fraction of overall crypto transactions. Now, traditional fiat-based methods continue to be primary focus channels for such organizations. And like I said, every time we see an article where they're complaining about, oh, it's used for money laundering, terrorism, drug dealers, it's very little for those guys that actually use cryptocurrencies. They still prefer using the fiat-based system. So again, if you ever hear anyone say, oh, I thought it was just used for criminals, it's like, nah, they prefer using the US dollar. So again, which one would you rather hold on to? But no, so 200,000 has been seized, taken away from Hamas for whatever they're going to use that for. And definitely that 200,000, if it's all Bitcoin, it's just going to be held in the reserve. That's definitely going to be happening. So that was that. So I guess that would be kind of a scary news article. Good news, bad news, but that might have a little to do with the price swing of Bitcoin. But let's continue on with some more Bitcoin news. There's actually a new Bitcoin miner out there for home use. So if you want to run a Bitcoin miner, or have the chance to earn some Satoshis by sharing your pool, or even just maybe you'll be lucky and be a solo miner like we saw a couple days ago when the full 3.125 Bitcoin, which is the reward for solving the block on Bitcoin's chain right now. Let's hear about this new mining machine. Maybe you might want to get it. So Canaan reveals new Bitcoin mining machine for home use. Canaan compares the new Avalon Q to a quiet library, saying it operates at 45 dB, so very, very silent. This is definitely a little nice AI artwork to it. Now, Canon, a major manufacturer of Bitcoin miners, have unveiled Avalon Q, its new professional-grade Bitcoin mining machine for home users. According to a press release, the product makes professional Bitcoin mining accessible to ordinary individuals. It merges institutional level computing power, household power, compatibility, and low operating sound, which is a big thing because usually miners are very loud. They produce a lot of heat. So it's like one or the other. If you're in a cold place, it's perfect for you because now you don't have to spend energy on the heater. You can just spend it on the miner machine because that's going to heat your whole house. But then also sound, like there have been like talks about like some of the mining farms in Texas that like the communing neighbors around them are going, oh, it's too loud, so there was like a little fee there. But no, having a nice soft sounding miner, that's not bad. May want to get it. But NG Zhang, founder and CEO at Canon, argues that Avalon Q democratizes Bitcoin mining, enabling operations outside mining facilities. Cryptocurrency enthusiasts no longer need to choose between powerful mining capabilities and residential compatibility, he said. Now here's a tweet from Brad Cuddy: space heater disruption via Canon, more hash in every house. And here's what it actually looks like. No picture. So just a nice little white box, probably the size of a computer modem, or even like, what is that? It's like the size of an Xbox 360. So very small and quiet, produces well. So furthermore, the company claims that it has seen a growing interest in home-based Bitcoin mining. It's not just about equipment now, it suggests. Rather, people also want greater control over their crypto operations. We're seeing significant demand from individuals who want to be more than just Bitcoin investors. They want to be active participants in the network, Zhang says. The Avalon Q gives them the opportunity without requiring a dedicated mining facility. Therefore, the announcement notes that home Bitcoin mining provides an investment opportunity and a way to contribute to the network security. The Avalon Home series includes Avalon Q, Avalon Mini 3, and Avalon Nano 3S. Now, there has been 132% cashback monthly so far from their reports. So yeah, according to the company, the novel Avalon Q is the first professional-grade Bitcoin miner to support 110-volt home power globally. Canaan notes that the product offers up to 90 terahashes a second of hash power with adjustable consumption of 800 watts to 1600 watts. This makes it adaptable to standard home electrical systems, enabling home miners to optimize their operation based on electricity costs and mining profitability. Now here's a tweet from Bitcoin Metric. Canonio just launched the Avalon Q, a quiet professional grade, offering 90 terabytes, and just showcasing like what it's capable of. So again, this is like the first place in your home you'd like to set it up, or where would you like to do it? So furthermore, the company compares the machine to a quiet library. It says that unlike industrial mining rigs, the Avalon Q operates at a 45 decibel, according to various online sources. Now, a single Bitcoin mining rig in a facility typically reaches 70 to 90 dB, and that's like usually like an ant miner farmer type of thing, so they can get pretty loud. So this is half the volume of it. So therefore, Canaan says that people can operate their machine anywhere in their house, including the basement or garage. Now, other Avalon Q key features include durability, 360-day guarantee, and that the Avalon family APP, which enables simple plug and mine functionalities for both beginners and experienced miners. The company's website claims users can earn 132 cashback monthly by just having it plugged in and running in their house. Moreover, home miners connect to the F2 pool mining pool via Avalon Family app. So, okay, so you are sharing your pool. You're not just solo mining. So, okay, so that makes sense. So meanwhile, on March 26th, Canaan shared the financial results for 2024. The company posted $88 million in total revenues for quarter four, exceeding its projected guidance of $80 million. Now, this is an 80.9% year-over-year increase. Also, the total revenue for 2024 was $269.3 million. That's a year-over-year increase of 27.4% from $211.5 million in 2023. Now, also, several days ago, the company also announced that it is expanding its self-mining capabilities at 2 new partner mining facilities in Pennsylvania and Texas, USA. It plans to install a majority of the expected hash rate by the second quarter of 2025, so pretty cool. So they're going to be definitely partnering up with some mining farms in America, so yeah. Some more made in America Bitcoin. I love it. But yeah, so that's actually a pretty cool design. Would you guys get this little device right here? I probably would. I wouldn't mind having it run here at the crypto club because, yeah, we can show people, yes, we are mining Bitcoin here at the club. We are helping support the network, and yeah, we run our own node. So it's always cool to be able to have that and just give you a little bit more control. So yeah, so that's a new mining machine out there. Pretty cool. Let's move on. What other news do we have? Are we down into the more stable coin news? But nope, it's not USD stablecoin news. Mexico is getting a peso peg stablecoin. So yes, so again, CBDCs are kind of done, and I think stablecoins are the new thing. So let's learn a little bit about it. A stablecoin fully backed by the Mexican pesos will be issued and managed by Juno, a newly established subsidiary of the crypto exchange Bitso. So Bitso Business, an arm of the Mexican crypto exchange Bitso, will launch a Mexican peso peg stablecoin on the Ethereum Layer 2 network, Arbitron. The stablecoin MXNB will be issued and managed by Bitso's newly established subsidiary Juno, and will be fully backed by Mexican pesos on a one-to-one basis. Bitso Business said in a March 26 statement that Bitso Business's head of stablecoins, Ben Reed, said a primary use case for the MXNB could be to promote foreign investments and trade in Latin American economies by providing more efficient ways to do business compared to traditional financial infrastructures. Now, global companies face significant monetary challenges when it comes to serving customers in new markets and conducting cross-border payments, including high intermediary costs and efficiency and transaction times, he said. Now, Juno will operate independently from Bitso to manage the stablecoin and will conduct regular audits of its reserve, providing public attestation reports on the token's website. Now, Mexico is big on remittances. Crypto research firm Chain Analysis reported in October that Mexico was an important country to watch for in its embrace of cryptocurrencies-based remittances. The World Bank estimated in June 2023 that Mexico received $61 billion in remittances per year, mostly from the U.S., making it the world's second largest receiver. Now, Chain Analysis found that Latin America was the second fastest growing region globally behind sub-Saharan Africans for crypto transaction value received. And from July 2023 to June 2024, Latin Americans received $415 billion in crypto, a year-on-year increase of around 42.5%. Now, here's that year-on-year growth. So let's see, we got sub-Saharan Africa with about coming close to that. Latin America, second highest. Then we have the Eastern European Union, Western European Union, Eastern Asia, North America, CSAO, and MENA. So these are year-over growth rate for this adoption. Now, Bitso and Latin American Crypto Landscape Report found that stablecoin purchases on the exchange had surged by 9% as people turned to US dollar stablecoins such as USDC and Tether USDT to guard against rising inflation and devaluation of local currencies. Now, in Latin America, challenging macroeconomic conditions characterized by inflation and currency devaluation drove increased cryptocurrency adoption, particularly stablecoins, as a reliable store of value, the report said. Now, while USDC and USDT seem to be the most used stablecoins in Latin America countries, several Mexican peso peg stablecoins have gone into circulation over the past few years, so this isn't the first one. The most notable is Tether's MXNT. So yeah, Tether created a peso stablecoin, which launched on Ethereum's Polygon and Tron in 2022. Now, at the time, Tether's then Chief Technology Officer, CEO Paulo Aduano, touted the token as a store of value for Mexican crypto users and a way to smooth the transition from fiat pesos to crypto. Now, other smaller players in the peso peg stablecoin market include MMXN, which is backed by the Monetary Digital, and MXNE, which was launched by the US-based issuer Braille on Solana and Stellar networks in 2024. So this isn't the first time again a Mexico-based peso stablecoin was rolled out. They've been working on it for the past few years. Tether had theirs, America rolled out theirs, but this is just the most newest one in the works. And again, and it's going to be from Bitso. So yeah, and again, it's also going to be on the Layer 2 Arbitron network. So let's just see how this plays out, see if this one sticks around, or what's going to go on. So that is that news for you. What else do I have? Let's see. Let's continue on. I think I got just a couple. Fully deleted it. Oh, my bad. I was pulling up an article on Eric Trump joining the Meta Planet team out there. So yeah, so that was kind of old news, but I did miss it. So let's go over this one to hear a little about this partnership that they got going. So let this page load up and then I'll get this screen going. So here we go. So Eric Trump joins MetaPlanet's board of advisors. MetaPlanet, Japan's biggest corporate Bitcoin holder, appoints Eric Trump to its new strategic advisory board. So MetaPlanet, Japan's largest corporate Bitcoin holder, has appointed Eric Trump to its newly formed Strategic Bitcoin Board of Advisors. The move aims to advance Metaplanet's Bitcoin adoption mission as Bitcoin gains mainstream attraction. Now, Metaplan announced the move on Friday, stating that Trump's expertise and passion for Bitcoin will help drive the company's goals. As the son of the US President Donald Trump, Eric Trump has emerged as an influential voice supporting the growth of Bitcoin and the crypto industry. And here's Bitcoin Magazine's tweet on saying Japanese public company Metaplan appoints Eric Trump, just letting everyone know about that. Now, the advisory board will also include other high-profile figures yet to be named, according to Metaplanet, and the focus will bring together leaders in business, politics, and technology. To Simon Girovach, or Girovach? Who knows? Welcome Trump's appointment and emphasizing his business acumen and enthusiasm for Bitcoin's community. Girovich, I cannot say this word. How do you say that, guys? Girovic? But Girovic said that his business expertise and passion for Bitcoin will help drive our mission forward as we continue building one of the world's leading Bitcoin treasury companies. Let's see what just happened. Now this is tearing up. Let's see, Eric Trump's man, internet guys, am I right? So let's see, where was this thing? Metaplan representative Simon Girovach, his business expertise. Here we go. And how will this help Bitcoin and help drive our mission forward as we continue building one of the world's leading Bitcoin treasury companies? So the Tokyo-based company has aggressively accumulated Bitcoin reserves, now holding over 3,200 Bitcoin, worth approximately $267 million. Earlier in March, Metaplanet purchased 150 additional Bitcoin at a value of $12.5 million. Now, established in 1999, Metaplanet has shifted its focus to Bitcoin investment and advocacy. The company trades on the Tokyo Stock Exchange and was previously known as Red Planet Japan. Now, Eric Trump has increasingly backed Bitcoin and cryptos. He is involved with World Liberty Financial, a Trump family crypto venture. His father, Donald Trump, recently signed an executive order to launch a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And with Bitcoin going mainstream, Metaplanet is betting big on crypto-friendly advisors like Trump to drive institutional adoption, and major corporations adding Bitcoin to reserves could accelerate acceptance and solidify Bitcoin as sound corporate asset. And I think it's already here. I already believe it's a solid corporate asset, and now just everyone's just finally realizing it, and that's why we're seeing all these articles of them acquiring it. They're building better teams with it. So yeah, so way to go. Welcome to the team, Eric. And there was that photo of him on there. So yeah, that posted and fully show when I showed you guys. But yeah, there's Eric, and who is he with? The strategic advisor of Metaplanet to help him out. So very, very cool. So congratulations, guys. Now let's dive into the what is it? That scary articles out there, because yeah, this isn't just to like scare you off, but hopefully at least maybe make you want to check up on your accounts, change some passwords or whatnot. But dark web actors claim to have over 100,000 of Gemini and Binance user information. So yeah, a Binance spokesperson told Cointelegraph that the exchange is aware of recent claims circling regarding a potential data breach involving Binance. So, so that's why I said you maybe want to change some passwords, check on like secure your accounts with 2FA if you haven't done that. Use the app, not the phone one. And yeah, also set up on your email. So just be careful with all of this right now. But dark web threat actors claim to have hundreds of thousands of user records, including names, passwords, and location data of Gemini and Binance users, putting the apparent list up for sale on the internet. Now, the Dark Web Informer, a dark web cyber news site, said in a March 27 blog post that the latest sell is from a threat actor operating under the handle AKM69, who purportedly has an extensive list of private user information from users of crypto exchange Gemini. Now, the database for sale reportedly includes 100,000 records, each containing a full names, emails, phone numbers, and location data of individuals from the United States, and a few entries from Singapore and the UK, the Dark Web Informer said. Alleged sale of 100,000 US Gemini cryptocurrency users, and blurred out the list, but that was showing on there in the dark web. Now, the threat actor categorized the listing as part of a broader campaign of selling consumer data for crypto-related marketing, fraud, or recovery targeting. And Gemini didn't immediately respond to Cointelegraph's request for a comment about this. Now, a day earlier, Dark Web Informer said another user, Kiki88888, was offering to sell Binance emails and passwords with the compromised data reportedly containing 132,744 lines of information. Now, here is that tweet from them, informing them about that as well. So again, like you just might want to just take a little extra security just to change that password, because what's the worst that's going to happen by you changing your password? It just helps you keep more secure. Sure, you got to deal with the new password. They got to write down, change somewhere, wherever you keep it so you don't forget it. But no, everything's about just keeping yourself safe and all your assets that you work so hard for safe as well. So if you use Gemini or Binance and you had accounts there, just maybe change that information so that way you don't have to change all of it. But Binance says that leaked info came through phishing, not data leak. A Binance spokesperson told Cointelegraph that Exchange is aware of recent claims circling regarding a potential data breach involving Binance, and they said, "We want to clarify that there has been no data leak from Binance's systems. Our security team has been actively monitoring a known hacker on the dark web who collects data by compromising browser sessions on infected computers," that the spokesperson said. So yeah, infected computers. That's why if you want a safe computer, get a Calyx Solutions crypto-only laptop from the Crypto Club or Calyx Solutions itself. So yeah, definitely take a look into those if you want to be really secure with your cryptos. But in a follow-up post, the dark web informer also alluded to the data theft of being a result of user tech being compromised rather than a leak from Binance, saying some of you really need to stop clicking random stuff, which is kind of true. And let me take away that phone really fast. Working in an office at a club, so phone's always going to be ringing. But let's continue on. So here we have another post from Twitter showing the dark web informer what they got. So some of you really need to stop clicking random stuff. Data courtesy of the whiteintel.io. So yeah, it's showing the geolocations of some areas out there as well. But in similar situations, last summer, a hacker under the handle Firebear claimed to have a database with 12.8 million records stolen from Binance, with data including last names, first name, email addresses, phone numbers, birthdays, residential addresses, and all according to reports at that time. Now, Binance denied those claims, dismissing the hacker claims to have sensitive user data as false after an internal investigation from the security team. Now, this isn't the first cyber threat targeting users of major crypto exchanges this month. Australian Federal Police said on March 21st they had to alert 130 people of messages, scams aimed at crypto users that spoof the same sender ID as legitimate crypto exchanges such as Binance. Another similar string of scam messages reported by ex-users on March 14th spoofed Coinbase and Gemini, attempting to trick users into setting up new wallets using pre-generated recovery phrases controlled by the fraudsters. And yeah, we covered that. And that's like those text messages were coming in like last week when I was working here, and they were going to our members of the club. I saw that because they just said, "Hey, Sherpa, like, what is this text? Is this Coinbase?" I looked at it, instantly knew that is a scam text. They're fishing for information, as we see now. They try to hook you up with a pre-generated recovery phrase, and then that's how they'll eventually get some money off of you. But no, like, you gotta be aware of that, and like people did fall for that. Like that was this other article, we don't have to cover it, but we now know how much money actually got stolen off of that, because around $46 million in Coinbase users were scam reported this month. So with those scam text messages out there, yeah, 46 million people, or $46 million worth were stolen from people who fell for it. So you guys got to be very diligent on just not clicking on anything, just taking a breather, stopping, not freaking out like the moment you see it, because with scams out there, they're trying to get you to react instantly, urgently. Like there is no time for you to wait to do it. So when you see something like that and like you feel like you're getting anxious about it, just take a step back, take a breath, re-look at it. Just make sure that it's like you can tell if it's a scam or not. It's like, hey, let's go through this message. Okay, are there any errors in the message? Oh, Coinbase has a Q in there for some reason. So it's like a boom, right there, first error. Then you can also, after a little bit, you can also be going, Coinbase doesn't message you at all. So this shouldn't be a real text message as well. Because again, these exchanges will not message you unless you have it pre-set up for like when a transaction goes through or whatnot. But when saying something like this happens, no. So just take a step back, take a breather, call the Crypto Club. This number is down here. We can also just give you a quick little response to let you know, yep, that's a scam or not, and then you should be fine. But yeah, so just be careful out there. So That is it. That is all the news I have for you on this lovely Friday. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I will be back on Monday at 12 o'clock, maybe 12:15. We'll see what the schedule is like, but with some more crypto news. So yes, we are being consistent again, Monday to Friday, 12 o'clock, at least a half hour of just daily crypto news for you so you can stay informed. So guys, don't forget to hit that like button on your way out, subscribe, hit that share with your friends, and I will see you all again soon.
Awaits.